Hello, hello. Happy Father's Day to everyone whom it applies. Thank you all for being patient. I am tardy for the party. I love a full room to walk into though. How is everyone? How is everyone? And well, thank you replayer viewers if you're watching this and replayer viewer, and I hope that you are being lovely to yourself. We've had Venus and the sun and now Mercury all kind of hanging out together for a while, all in Gemini. So processing and then want to speaking on what you have processed is probably on theme for everyone. So if you feel like you've been processing a lot and that might be like exhausting or heavy or tiring, still have that 29-degree Neptune, but also Venus in Gemini is audible, and it's really amazing because you might read old messages, or you may really go over something that the detail, all that mercurial energy, you may want to like gather information and really look at the information and process it. And how that affects our Venus and how that can affect our self-worth is that maybe you were holding on to something that wasn't yours to hold on because you forgot a big piece of something that was said, like, oh, I missed that the first time. So really understanding what's ours to carry, what's not ours to carry can be a big theme during Venus in Gemini. And then when it's given all that energy by the sun and given a voice by Mercury, it can be really healthy. So if things have been a little like, or people are processing, processing is so healthy. But if processing means that you realize you don't have the feelings that you thought you did, or you've maybe been going along in the motions with somebody, or you've had attachment issues that you're not feeling in the Venus Gemini and having awareness of that, it's still really healthy. It may not feel great, right? And sometimes somebody else is processing and realizing that maybe they need to give you information that they're not where they used to be at. But also there's healing in it. So I hope if you're experiencing the former, you're also experiencing the latter, where there's healing and processing. Processing is so important, right? One of the things that we talk about in the power, and I'm always constantly talking about like the power of our mindset, the language we use when no one is listening, is because the thing that happens is the thing that happens. The language, right, and our reaction that we give it really depends on how heavy it feels to hold as an event. And that's not to be reductionary if somebody is. Feel your feelings. Process all the feelings. Feel your feelings. You're an emotional being. We're here for love. Main reason, it's the one thing you're going to take with you more than anything when you cross over, and it's what you'll bring back. It's love, right? Start with yourself and make a little video about sponges and self-love. Hi Juan and Rose and Danielle and Stacy and Venus energy. Hi Renata. Hi, Zoe. And Lee is here. Woohoo. Hi, James. So let's do this. I think that the people in the chat, my hair always separates in the same place. It drives me crazy no matter what I do. Third part. Hi, Hi, Michael. I would love for you guys, I can just do an energy check-in because I haven't done a regular one, but I'm going to ask for your feedback while I just do cleansing kind of for everybody, and you can take this if you want to or not, but I encourage you to do it because it's really good, especially with all the current energies in the sky. But while I'm about to like go into the hygiene, our spiritual hygiene practice, just decide whether you want me to do a regular energy check-in, or is there a subject? Is there a subject? Do you want me to pull cards for like what the full moon, what truth the full moon may bring, or something more specific for the signs today? It will have to be not for each sign. It'll have to be one subject, and then I'll go through all of the signs. Y'all let me know. Just get my phone on Do Not Disturb. My phone could be relatively quiet until it's time to go live, and then it's everyone. Okay. So while you guys are thinking about whether you want me to look into like what's something that you could look at to process, or I could look into the signs again. Everybody seemed to love like maybe what is the like what is a block, or what are they thinking, feeling, or I would love to do something positive today while processing is on the menu. So you guys let me know what good is coming for Aries, for Taurus. You guys think about that and start putting comments in the chat, and that's what we'll do today. And while you're thinking and typing, I'm just gonna encourage everybody to just stay with me, and I will carry the energetic part. You're just gonna repeat. Universe, spirits, and guides, honestly, Buddha, Care Bears, whoever your higher power is. I call back all my power to me now from anyone using it with or without my permission. Take a deep breath. Hi, Dora. Universe, spirits, guides, Care Bears, I release and reject any energy. It's not my highest good, nor is mine to carry. Hi, Shingamafal. It's Shigami Fall, but I like vexingly just a little bit by mispronouncing it. And then universe, spirits, and guides, if anyone's thinking or sending stink, stank, or stunk energy towards me, I choose to clean it off and transmute it for, and then you all fill in the blank. For me, I'm going to use energy. Lots of good stuff is happening, and I need to have more energy than ever before to get that good stuff all knocked out of the park. All of this incredible energy that's happening is kind of happening in a really beautiful place in my chart, and other things. And so I need all the energy that I can get. So I'm just going to transmute. If people are speaking ill of me, if people are thinking bad things of me, especially while I'm live, I'm just going to transmute that. I'm going to clean it off, send it through the car wash, transmute it into as much physical health and energy as I need to be successful in all of the things that I have going on right now. Hi, Gina. I'm so sure you meant hello, so you don't have to apologize. Okay. I knew. Welcome and hello. So I saw our wand had a subject matter about how about something unexpected, good and unexpected for all the signs that may come in during, let's say for the rest of June. Is it too early to start swearing? I don't know. I'm a sleepy girl, but once I'm up, I'm up. I'm happy. Got my sailor's mouth ready. Got my vibes ready. Once I'm up, I'm up. Coffee is just because I like the taste. Okay. Hi, Gemini love. Okay. So let's do that. Let's look into what's going to be good and unexpected for all the signs. And then the way that I'll do it is we'll do a subject matter, we'll get some details, and then we'll draw a card for how can you meet the moment, right? Because I could be looking at your chart, and if you're new here, I'm a trauma-informed professional astrologer and metaphysical practitioner. And I love the neuroscience of it all. Like, I love that there's a pineal gland, and that, like, when you breathe, when you meditate, that's what, like, spinal fluid hits the crystallization of that pineal gland, which releases chemicals in our body, which starts to make, like, gamma rays, and that's why, like, energy works and all, like, so I'm a bit of a nerd if you're new, and I like to use that varied toolbox of all of it. But if I'm looking at your astrology chart and I see an opportunity coming, or I see like a really beautiful transit coming, you also have to meet the moment. You also have to meet the moment. It's not, that transit isn't coming to your front door, isn't knocking and being like, here's a bunch of money. Here's like the love, you know, well, it could be, here's the love of your life. Sometimes that stuff is just wacky and they happily, right, show up. But, you know, sometimes stuff comes to us, but sometimes there's opportunities where we have to meet the moment, right? So what I'm going to do is pull what good is coming your way, what good thing is coming that maybe you can't see right now, and a few little details, and then I'll pull a card for like how you can meet the moment for that. Does that sound good to everybody else? Right? Okay, so we will start with we're going to start with Aries. And when I say Aries, I mean Aries placements, first house placements. If you have Mars, sometimes Scorpio readings, not so much when I'm doing them, but sometimes I'll listen to like little Scorpio things for other people, especially when they're talking about traits of Scorpio. I relate to that a lot just because I have Pluto on my ascendant. And I'm talking when you have a planet that rules a sign within 2 degrees. So for Aries, that's going to be Mars. For Taurus, that's going to be Venus. For Gemini, that's going to be Mercury. A moon for Cancer. The sun for Leo. Mercury again for Virgo. Libra. Venus again for Libra. Mars or Pluto for Scorpio. And then, of course, we have Jupiter for Sag. Saturn for Capricorn. Saturn and Uranus for Aquarius. And Jupiter, Neptune for Pisces. And if you have any of those planets with their within 2 degrees of your rising, no matter what your rising sign is, you may have a little like flavor of that sign. You may relate a lot. So when I'm talking about Aries, that can be any of the Aries placements. And also, listen, your guides are just going to get you to the messages that you're supposed to hear. So if you're listening to a sign that's not yours and something hits, then that's just because your guides got you to the messages. That's all. And if I'm reading for your sign and something I'm saying makes you go, oh no, I thought that was going well, don't let it give you anxiety. Don't let it, I'm here for empowerment, not for fear mongering. So don't take on anxiety. If it doesn't resonate, then maybe there's a different sign or a different message that'll feel meant for you. You know, today we have the moon in Libra. But it is moving into it's moving into Scorpio, because we're gonna have that Capricorn full moon. And what's interesting is that we have, like I said, 27 degrees of Venus, 25 degrees Mercury, and 24 degrees Sun right now. So if you have planets in your chart in air, in Gemini, obviously, but in air, you know, we have the moon and that pile up in Gemini, and you could really be feeling that today. And I'm going to encourage you to use it. Definitely to use it. And when we're looking at Aries, we still have the North Node. It's no longer conjunct Chiron. And for anybody that doesn't realize it, Neptune's not creeping into Aries until next year. It's going to go retrograde July 2nd, which is going to be very interesting summer for all of us. And then go back in. So when we're looking at Aries, there's a lot of sextiles, because we have 2 planets in Pisces, and we have 2 planets. We have Mars and Uranus in Taurus. And everything else is kind of, you know, the moon is in opposition, the South Node is in opposition, and then we have a sextile to that Gemini Sun, moon, Sun, Mercury, and Venus. So that being said, the energy for Aries right now can feel very kind of helter-skelter. So we're going to look into what's good that you don't realize is coming. And I just want to say, hi, Shauna. I just want to say that if, you know, if that eclipse season in March and April hit you hard, and then it felt like it felt kind of crunchy until end of May, beginning of June, and then it got, hi Gina, and then it got, you know, crunchy again, as it's been, it feels like a lot of information coming in, but maybe the energy to carry itself is felt heavy. Lots and lots of processing. That's happening for everybody, but for Aries, it's happening at a sextile. It's harmonious. It's there to help you. All right, so let's we're going to start now with Aries after that lengthy intro. I really like that Capricorn moon coming up too. Whatever truths may come out during that Capricorn full moon, I feel like there are things that you will need to know to help you put longevity to the things that you've wanted. Already we have 2 of Cups showing in the shuffle. Okay, let's look. What is good coming? What is good coming? What is positive, good, that is coming for Aries placements, first house placements, and whoever this is meant for? And obviously, if you're cross-watching, you're welcome. Okay. Okay. Interesting, Aries. We have the Chariot. It's upside down. Let's get a second. Might be here a little while too. And I just thought if I'm on here for a couple of hours today, then I'm on here for a couple of hours, because it's also Father's Day. And for some of us who can still like celebrate this day energetically, because my dad was my person. I just best guy ever, right? But we're not doing a whole lot over here other than, you know, thinking of my dad a lot. So if you're just hanging out today, or if you're grieving the celebration because either your dad's not here or because you have a strained relationship with your dad. Maybe there's nobody in your house to celebrate for Father's Day, but you have kids. Whatever the reason is, I think I'm just gonna really share the space. For everybody telling me how nice I look, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, and I swear I'm not saying it got ready so quick today, but you know, I have tricks. How to get ready real quick. Okay, so we have two really interesting things happening for Aries here. But I think you're all biased. Thank you. So we have the Chariot in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, for anyone who's been watching me for a while, the Queen of Wands in reverse is bye Felicia, ding dong. You know, the bitch is dead, or she's on her way out. So Queen of Wands in reverse for me is the interloper. It's the third party. It's possibly a karmic, could be male or female. And we have the Chariot here. So there's two things happening. One, the good thing that's happening is I feel anxiety around the Chariot card actually being up. There's something that you want that you may not feel completely ready for yet. And you're worried that you have to prepare for it. And I will say the way that Aries season went down and eclipse season went down, which we're going to roll into it, October is cranky. Probably going to do a whole special just on that. I may ask the incredible Lori, if she has time, which I don't know that she will, to do something with me on that. But October's cranky. But April was cranky, and I would understand that if you have Aries placements or cardinal placements, that those eclipses may have disrupted things. I mean, they're malefic run eclipses when they're Aries moon or Aries Aries new moon, or when we're going to have the Aries full moon in October. Those are malefic run, so they're going to be a little extra cranky. They're Mars run, they're going to be a little extra cranky. Aries, you get to breathe for a little while. When everything goes into Cancer, although it's squaring you, it's a little softer. You know that Neptune goes retrograde on July 2nd. When that happens, you know, we have a full moon in Capricorn, which is going to square Aries placements, especially early Aries placements. And it's on a seesaw. The sun is conjunct Venus. It's a nice full moon, which is very truthful. Then anything that you think you're getting information on and you're not absolutely sure about, you're going to find out after July 2nd. Neptune's going to go retrograde, fog is going to clear, and truth is heavily going to come out. I think when you feel, you know, ignorance breeds fear, and it doesn't have to be ignorance just in an unkind way of saying ignorance. It could just be a lack of information is ignorance, right? There's information that you get that like stabilizes you, and which a Capricorn full moon will do. Aries placements, whatever the interloper is, and whether that's a mother-in-law, a third party, somebody at work, whatever masks they've been using are going to fall off. This seems to benefit you and stabilize you. Universe is still going to move you. Gemma talks about this a lot too. When Cancer turns, it turns like a slow ferry. It doesn't flip-flop. Sometimes that boat, once it keeps going, doesn't turn at all. So in Cancer season, you know, which will be here in 4 days, I see you getting to breathe and getting to relax. And there is a third party that is no longer going to be a thorn in your side, a frustration. I mean, I don't know that they completely go away, but I feel like they get found out. Their power taking away, right? So when the Queen of Wands is powerful, she's about power, creativity, power, fire, confidence, and that her power gets publicly stripped. Again, this could be male or female. But for Aries, I see things, you're still going to get what you want, but it's not going to come out of like complete fuckery and your life getting turned upside down constantly through transits. Like, you know, we love that we're forged in fire. Like, we love that we're strong enough to handle some shit, right? That's just, Aries is one of those signs. It'll just get stronger. It's the egg, not the potato, right? Like if you put a potato in boiling water, it gets soft. If you put an egg in boiling water, it gets hard. It's Aries is the egg. And so, but you're actually gonna get moved real slow without it being having to move through disasters. Okay. We have an 8 of Wands. So there is lots of communication coming in. And the World card. This information is changing everything. How can you meet this moment? This is stabilization. And for some of you, it's going to be love. And for it may take till Capricorn season for everything to come in. Like exactly how you want it, but the tides are turning is what I keep hearing for Aries. Knight of Cups. Okay. So for a lot of you, this is going to be love. And as I just said, you know, that boiling water, that stress factor hardens, right? Strengthens, reinforces Aries placements. That's just how Aries placements are. The Knight of Cups is a little mushy. The Knight of Cups meets the moment. You're going to have to probably be vulnerable with your feelings. I feel like that's going to be a lot easier to do after July 3rd. I keep saying this Capricorn new moon, I think, is going to shift things. I think it's going to be a lot of feels. I think it's going to like be, oh, that's what I want. I think there's going to be information and truth that comes in that Capricorn moon. I think even more truth is going to be solidified after July 2nd. And then July 6th, we have a new moon in Cancer. And that new moon in Cancer is very informational. And I think whatever kind of gets cracked open, we begin to find like true answers and what our next moves are. This is, you know, Capricorn full moon, Cancer new moon. These are all in your wheelhouse. These are all cardinal signs, Aries. You're going to have to, it's so funny that I spent so much time talking about how the boil, you know, the egg boils. There's a reason for that. Because you're going to have to get a little Knight of Cups. I think that comes July. Information, life-changing, stabilization, and the mask falls off of the pain in the ass, the interloper, the karmic person. You know, we all have, every single person that comes in and is impactful in any way is here for the journey, right? We find people that we're like, oh, there you are. And whether that's a friend or a love relationship, but there's also people who come in and vex us to rise up and be the best of our chart. Especially as we age, you know, when you're younger, people sell you this thing, oh, when you're older, you're wiser. You are. You get wiser for a reason. And so then when that same kind of person comes along that came along when you were younger, you have more self-confidence. You have a stronger core to handle those same kind of situations without losing yourself in it. There's just, that seems like a big, huge message for Aries. I'm going to grab a different deck. Let's do Taurus. I think I want my good tarot. Where is it? Okay. You want, okay. Okay, there's a request for the Amazon list. I used to have it on my link page. I can repost it. Something already came in the mail yesterday. Emily looked at it and I was told to leave it. You all are way too generous. Taurus, what is good that's coming? Maybe you don't see right now. What's good coming for, I gotta stop saying it like that. What is good and positive that's on its way for Taurus? For raising is everything. Okay. Okay. 8 of Wands. Okay. Taurus. I'm not mad at this. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands. This is the Good Tarot by, I always want to say, Charlotte. I don't know why I want to call Colette Baron Reid Charlotte so much, but I do all the time for years. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands here. So again, lots of communication. We're in Gemini season and people are thinking their feelings, and I really feel like that Capricorn moon is going to want to make people reach out. Hi, Dolly. And so we also have the 3 of Pentacles, which is upgrade. It is promotion. It is upgrade in situation in life. It's upgrade for you personally. It's upgrade in your evolution. It's some kind of moving up. And it could be collaboration too. So we have one of 2 things. One, you could get okay. If you have your own business, I'm getting a big chill for this, for Taurus. This is second house placements, Taurus placements, and if this just resonates, if you're cross-watching, great. If you're doing your own thing, you may get contacted by somebody who wants to kind of partner in with you, or they can give you a boost up. It may be somebody that likes what you do and wants something in return. Could be a little bit of barter depending on what you do. There's something they want in return and they're willing to boost you. I keep hearing upgrading the signal, which makes me think platform, like so that you're seen more, which is kind of how we do everything. That's if you have your own business. I'll take some details in a minute. And again, Taurus, you have Mars in your sign right now. It will conjunct Uranus that's in Taurus, 25, 26 degrees, June 14th and 15th. Sorry, July 14th and 15th. June 14th and 15th already happened. So a month from now, that can feel crunchy for some, and then it's going to feel, that's a day also you all are going to be very careful. I'm not saying wrap yourself in bubble wrap. I have to do that all the time because my Uranus placement makes me clumsy as fuck. But Mars and Uranus together is very like accident, unexpected, and it could be injury. It could also be unexpected action. You're just going to be extra careful with yourself physically that day and with anything around. It could be cooking burns. It could be unexpectedly like cooking burns. So you're going to be careful cooking that day. You're going to be careful grilling that day because it's the middle of summer. I'm sure we're going to see some unpleasant stuff somewhere in the world that day, sadly. But for that day, just June 14th and 15th, FYI. I mean, what are you watching me for if I can't like give you all a heads up? And I don't need for you to book appointments for me to tell you there's days that you should be extra safe with yourself. Just gonna put that out there. 14th and 15th of July, Mars, Uranus. However, that also could be unexpected movement. Mars is also career. It's one of the things we look at for work. And movement, it's impetus. You know, all of the planets have many expressions. While Mars is in Taurus right now, we have this Eight of Wands card. You know, Taurus, I know that you're going to move a little slower. Your Mars is more calculated. It needs to be sure before it moves, or it needs to do the same thing, right? You need to like bang your shoulder into the same door frame a couple of times before you adjust how you walk through that door. Mars and Taurus, I love you all. It's like release and upgrade, all this information, and let's get some details on it. I already want to say how you're going to have to meet this because you're a Taurus. As that, I think that because we have Eight of Wands is fast. It's fast movement. It's fast information. It's like, here's this thing, make a decision. Which is not Taurus and Mars' favorite thing to do. They like, you know, to mull things over. Who knows, you could be Taurus with a bunch of Aries placements around you. But or you could be Taurus. You could have a lot of Taurus placements with just a few Gemini placements that makes you feel like I can't make this decision unless I have all the information. You're going to get a lot, and let's pull some details, but I think the thing I want to say right away to you Taurus placements is like, don't feel like you need more information than you have. If universe, spirit, your guides are telling my guides to pass you a note and Jim about this, it means it's divinely happening. So like, trust yourself, learn how to like muscle test, use yourself as a human pendulum, learn that. Yeah. Okay. Whatever this is that's good, because we're asking for what's good. It's an upgrade anyway. Requires you to also walk away from something that wasn't working. Not think about it anymore to actually do it. Which is Taurus is fixed. Okay. We're healing a broken heart. You know, it's funny, I blah, blah, blah a lot. But in the beginning of this, I blah, blah, blah. About, yeah. The fact that when an event happens, how we frame it in our mind and how we perceive it has a lot to do with how heavy it feels to carry. And fixed signs tend to see change as failure. I'm going to encourage you to use this Gemini season, Taurus, to not see change as failure. The minute you really walk away, the minute you say yes to this upgrade, and for some of you it's going to be a business opportunity, it heals your broken heart. And it doesn't have to be a broken heart over a person. It could be a broken heart over, this is not how I thought life was going to go, which is what I keep hearing. Let's see how you meet the energy, although I kind of feel like we already went over that. Let's see what the advice card is, or my link tree might be slightly discombobulated right now. This is the happy ending card. Accept a happy ending. You know, when we have change in life, when we have to move someplace that we didn't think that we had to move from, when we leave relationships we didn't sign up to leave, right? Seventh house starts out like a partner and ends up like an open enemy sometimes, often. When we have change, or we haven't found the love of our life, we haven't had a relationship, it's hard not to get conditioned that relationships don't last or things don't last. Listen, last 2 years, 2.5 years, up until July, we had the Taurus North Node and the Scorpio South Node. You guys went through a lot, Taurus. The only way you're going to mess this upgrade is if you disallow framing everything that's happening. Okay, so I'm getting this right now. If you're framing everything that's happening as good stuff doesn't last for me, it'll get messed up. What if I heal? What if I grow and I grow out of this relationship too? So what? Things moving, you growing, you evolving, you growing out of people and situations is not bad, Taurus. Like, that's the homework I want to give to Taurus right now. Remember when we used to have to write stuff on the board? Do they still do that in school? For me, it was, I will not talk during class. Ooh, I had to write that one a lot, whether it was in a notebook or on the chalkboard. I will not be disruptful. I will not be distracted. I will be quiet when the teacher is talking. I'm sure none of that is a shock to anyone. Okay. I want Taurus to write down, but this is good homework. You're not being punished. Change does not equate failure. Growth is not destabilizing. Change does not equate failure, and growth is not destabilizing. Set an alarm, write it in your phone, and then set an alarm for it to go off at a time, not first thing in the morning when your eyes are all blurry. Set it to go off when you're going to take lunch to remind you. when you're in the middle of decision making all day. My nose is itchy. Growth is not destabilizing. I was sitting with my friend, it was back in 2017. I was sitting with my friend. Hello, dear Doretha. It was Doretha's birthday this week. Everybody say happy birthday to Doretha. I was sitting with a friend in 2017, and at that time I had a person coming into my life that I wasn't looking for, didn't expect, and it was hitting like a ton of bricks for both of us. And it felt easy. We could finish each other's thoughts within 48 hours knowing each other. It was insane. And I started to compare that. I was sitting with my friend who was also, you know, a metaphysical practitioner and really great at growth. And she always had beautiful things to say. I used to call her my Yoda. And we were sitting in our favorite place. And I was just thinking about how different this person was than what I had experienced before and what I had allowed in before. And I said to her very quietly, and just her, because I felt at the time that saying it made me full of myself, which is crazy now when I think about that. But at that time I was almost uncomfortable, and she was probably the only person I could say it to. And I said, I'm sitting here and understanding that I outgrew all of my relationships. My relationships didn't work because I was the failure at relationships. Each person was exactly what I needed at that moment, and then I outgrew them. Because I took the lessons, I took the change. Not well. Not well all the time. I am certainly a very flawed, real human. But growth is not destabilizing. And you are not bad, you are not selfish, and you are not cocky or full of yourself to outgrow people. We are not here for complacency. We're not here to figure it all out at 21, pick our career or life partner, call it a day, and stay the same the rest of our lives. Okay, Taurus. I'm going to be here for a little while because we're like, what? I started actually reading a half an hour ago, and we're 2 signs in. So it is what it is. But I'm going to just have coffee, we'll read. Okay. It was also Adva's birthday, but I don't see her in the chat right now. Hi, Annika. Let's pull for Geminis. I use the Muse Tarot for them. If Adva pops in, make sure you all say happy birthday to Adva. It's about to get birthday heavy because, well, it already started Taurus season. We have a few Aries. We have a lot of Taurus. It was Tina's birthday too, and Corey's birthday. If you're in my membership, I pretty much know your birthday off the top of my head. And then when we hit Cancer season, oh my God, we have quite a few, both June and July Cancers in our community. And then interestingly, we slow down just a tiny bit in Leo we have some. We got a shit ton of Virgos and Libra placements, and then a bunch of Scorpio and Scorpio placements in here. Okay. Gemini, what is on its way to you that you may not be expecting that's good, important? What are the details and how are you meeting that moment? And this is for Gemini, third house placements. If you have Mercury within 2 degrees of your descendant on either side, on your ascendant, either 12th or 1st house. I misread a comment and it cracked me up and made me wide-eyed for a minute, and then I reread it. I'm not even going to repeat what I thought that said. Okay. Yes. Juan, are you sharing? Everybody can send Juan good vibes. Okay. We have a Queen of Swords. Truthful, powerful. Queen of Swords is not mincing their words. So if you were a Gemini that used to be like, excuse me, if you wouldn't mind, if you have Gemini placements, if you have Mercurial placements, so this might go for some Virgos too, but if you have third house placements and you tend to like not be a straight shooter with your communication, if you stumble on your words a lot, this is going to be especially again after the Capricorn full moon and then that Neptune going retrograde, and I just gotta chill, to be succinct and use all the truth that you find out between the Capricorn full moon and Neptune going retrograde, to be more direct. You may feel like you are overly direct now, but then you like tend to backtrack or over explain. You're not going to over explain, and that feels incredibly healing, Gemini. What? Let's get another card for this. Okay. The Emperor, it came out sideways. So one, I feel like either somebody that made you feel like they were more of an authority on life and everything. Oof. Gemini. You're going to step into your power and you're not letting them gaslight you anymore. Let's get details. For a few of you, this feels like big success. Like you actually just ask for what you want and you're surprised you get it. You know, when we're having a lot of problem, if you've had private readings with me, you know, I did the spiritual hygiene at the beginning. But sometimes when stuff is really problematic, I will say at the end of it, say, because I said so. Invoke the power that you have, because we all have a lot more power than we realize energetically, right? I mean, your boss is your boss and whatever else. Like, but we all have a lot of personal power. That's Pluto in your chart. Pluto in your chart is not just like fear, death, and crazy changes. That's where your personal power is. When Gemini, some of you are either going to get offered to run something, like run a department, or I don't think you expect this, but I feel like you're asked to like run a group, run a department. That Capricorn full moon, I'm telling you, is going to bring stability to things, especially with Venus on the other side of it, in a way that's going to be really, really helpful to people, which we're going to need, because you're going to, the more you can feel secure in yourself, the more you're going to be ready for the rest of 2024 and 2025. I just don't see you over explaining. Like the because I said so is like, I'm not going to take it. It is like I want to say a slamming down of the gauntlet, or a slamming down of like the staff, of saying like, I'm not going to spend the next hour over explaining why all of my research, or all of like what I know, is my opinion. There's a saying about like, you can negotiate a lot, but never negotiate like who you actually are as the core of a person with somebody else. Because somebody who wants to misunderstand you will just misunderstand you. That's a them thing. That's not a you thing. This could be promotion. This could be taking power back in relationship or relationships. Again, chill. In a way that just changes, because it is the giving of your time. It's the giving of your voice. It's the giving of your thoughts. It's the giving of your energy. It is like letting go of proving, like stepping into the emperor spot because I said so, and not over explain. This changes everything. This is going to bring, for some of you, this is going to bring a person in too, because it's not cockiness, it's confidence, but it's also not giving your time. Let's get more details. Ooh, Gemini. Not second guessing. The devil in reverse. Listen, whatever things you did it, fuck shame. If you feel like you have to over explain yourself, because I don't care if it's a bad credit history, I don't care if it was you're somebody in recovery, I don't care if it's you made bad decisions in relationships, I don't care what it was. I don't care if you spent some time incarcerated. I don't care. What the thing is that when I said gaslighting, this is about you no longer allowing people to weaponize any of your past. I don't care if it was last month. Gemini, these are all big. Let's get more details. Two of Wands in reverse. That's the end of indecision for Gemini. Because I said so. That's your homework. Because I said so. Which I hated when I was a kid, because when I was a kid I needed explanation. But now we're adults. And there's that thing that we do to like kind of overcorrect things we didn't like from a relationship or whatever. And that relationship can be your early environment. If you just like not understanding and needing an understanding of the world and needing explaining and being respected as a little human with a brain. And so now you over-explain everything because you would have liked that when you were younger. Well, now you're an adult. And so there's a difference between having open, flowing communication with somebody who respects you and wants to understand you and has a deep desire to understand you, right? Wants to run their fingers over the cracks of your thoughts and understand them. And somebody who's looking to purposely misunderstand you that you're trying to prove yourself to. Those are two different things. There's some kind of conflation of that lack that existed in early childhood. You know, you can just give that to yourself because now you like to go seek out the information. You like to be informed. But that doesn't mean you have to give your time and your power away to people who just don't care to trust you. Okay, then you don't trust me. That's okay. Then I don't gotta fuck with you and you don't gotta fuck with me. But I'm also not gonna spend 2 hours trying to over-explain and justify myself. Oh, that's big, Gemini. Yeah. Tower in reverse, that's how you meet the moment. I swear this feels like someone that's going to try to weaponize the way you used to react to things. Let it be their tower moment. It's not yours. When you walk into that power, when you stop letting anyone weaponize anything, passive, I feel a lot of passive aggressive shit too. Fuck that. That's their tower moment. That's not yours. Don't take it on. This is huge, Gemini. And for a lot of you, this is coming with money. All right, Cancer. I'm almost afraid to do water signs. Can I just do water signs at the end? Take me out. All right, I'm using the light seers for Cancer because I want straight shooter energy. The members will get their your preferences sheet later today, and details of my birthday special are gonna go up probably Tuesday. I have to look at the electional chart. The wand gets it. Okay, Cancer, what is something that Cancer can't see right this moment that's on its way to Cancer? That's very good. And let's just say life-changing. This is a shift. You know, and that's what we're supposed to do when energy is cranky and cranky and cranky. We're supposed to like take it and let it shift us, right? Because change is not destabilizing. Growth is not destabilizing. Change is not failure. I don't wanna. Cancer, you get the Lover's card. Major Arcana. It could be the choice, but it's a very... I picked this deck because this deck does not mince its words. So we're getting like deep divine connection. I'm not a big fan of all the labels because they can get you stuck. Labels are yuck and get you stuck sometimes. All right, let's get another card. Okay. For all the Cancers in my community. 4th house placements. Moon within 2 degrees of the ascendant. And if I'm saying that you can't see this, it's either your person that you kind of know, if it's out of communication, possibly coming back in during Cancer season, or it's someone new. Let's get another Ace of Wands. Okay, so this isn't really subtle. Now, a little thing about Cancer placements. They're cardinal, right? They're sexual beings. Human beings. However, it's a little harder to press the Ace of Wands button on a Cancer is a little, that's, if y'all ever watch Get Smart, I love Steve Carell. I've not seen that movie because I grew up on the Don Adams Get Smart. In the beginning of Get Smart, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just you can briefly hop off and YouTube original opening of the TV show Get Smart. The man has to walk through like 10 doors. There's like bars, there's metal doors, everything has like like secret buttons to get, and he has to go through all of these doors while the music plays to get to the thing. That is where Cancer puts this button. I mean, you could look like a tall drink of water, you could look like whatever it is that you think is aesthetically optimal for another human, right? Everybody else could be drooling over them. They could be romantic as fuck, but that doesn't mean you're going to press this button on a Cancer. Cancers are ruled by the moon. They need the connection. Once you have that connection with them, you are the most dazzling, beautiful, intoxicating person on the planet. Can almost be overwhelming for the other person if a Cancer feels that way about you. Ace of Wands is sacral chakra. It is brown chicken, brown cow. It is Kundalini awakening. It is the pineal gland, right? It is the recognition of energy, of, oh, there you are, that ignites the pineal gland, releases the chemicals in the body, the spinal fluid is going, the gamma rays are going out, and that person can say something innocuous to you and your whole body is on fire. Because it has to be connection. It is ruled by the moon for Cancers. It's interesting because we have the Gemini card here. But this is major arcana and an ace. From my lips to universe's ears, I hope for all the Cancer and 4th house placements and people with moon conjunct their ascendant that this is... Okay, let's get some more details on this. That combination That's not subtle. Okay. How did I know this was going to be a whopper? I almost don't want, what did I say? I almost don't want to do Cancer. Okay. Can't even. I'm done. Go home. I am home. I said this could be somebody who is in their quiet place right now. They are in their own enlightenment. Once again, when somebody, if you feel the affection and the mutual attraction to this level from a Cancer, it might be a little overwhelming. This person is not getting better for you. They're getting better for them. Whether this is somebody you haven't met yet, and the reason you haven't met them yet, or they haven't reached out, I feel like this person's already in your energy, but I don't know if you've done the dance with them before, and you'll know what that means. Then we have the Hierophant in reverse. It kind of came out sideways. There's two things going on. By the way, can we say 3 major arcana and an ace out of 4 cards? I'm going to be here all day, these readings. When the Hierophant is upside down, especially this, came out sideways. Came out like this, if I'm being honest. It came out like that. Less sideways and more diagonal. A Hierophant is Taurus. When I have a major arcana that represents a sign and it's upside down, or a court card that represents a sign and it's upside down, I feel like this person could have Scorpio placements. Not necessarily, though. It's also about somebody who's in their awakening stage. Lori Rivers, the Awake Space, I talk about her all the time because she does mundane astrology that's insanely accurate. She's an excellent researcher. And she's been doing this a long time, and she's right. She just put a video out on TikTok, go follow her there, about the stellium in Pisces. It's happening in March of 2025. It's insane. 2024 and 2025, there's going to be a lot of awakening, a lot of people letting go of social constructs and things that hold them back to walk into a more spiritual, aligned with higher self space. They're going to like unfuck their minds and feed their souls. Hi, Odelia. That's what 2025 looks like. Unfucking everyone's minds and feeding their souls. This is someone who's very much still in journey, and also they're coming in. Not gonna lie, it may take a little bit for them to get to the point where they come out of hermit mode. Let's see how you meet this energy, because it could be a little frustrating. Hello, April. It could be a little frustrating to feel this from somebody and then be like, oh, but they're in hermit mode and still not fully like in touch, because you kind of have to have this in the upright, this like complete awakening, to feel that fully or acknowledge it. You could feel it and not understand what it is. I was just thinking about you last night, April. Okay. One more card. How do you meet this? How do you meet this energy? And if you're cross-watching and dealing with a Cancer, Cancers are uncommonly patient if they feel a connection. And it's important that you do you. It's like you're doing that for you. Cancers are probably like, don't tell them that. Tell them to hurry up. Okay. And how are we going to meet this? Processing. The Five of Cups is not always sadness, but you're going to have to let go of attachment. This is going to build, Cancer, this is going to build a lot of self-love within you, because you're going to have to be secure while you kind of understand the connection and give the patience to this connection to fully come in. But that's huge. When you have this experience, you will know how different it is. And work on your any kind of attachment issues you may have. Okay. Okay, happily on to Leo. Let's look at Leo. That is just driving me crazy. Leo. What is coming in for you that you may not expect, but that is excellent? And evidently today we're doing life-changing. That's happening, what's shifting in June. Hi, Dre. Hi, Dolly. You're welcome. And then I didn't forget, we're still going to do Jupiter in Gemini video. And that, you know, it's going to be there till next June. So we have time. If there are any other transits that you all want me to do a video on that you're hearing about, or just if you're looking ahead in your own chart and you see like that there's a big conjunction or a new moon or a full moon. We're having a second full moon in Capricorn in July. So that happens every once in a while. Okay. First thing out. That is crazy. That is crazy. Leo, you're having a huge spiritual awakening. Your first two cards out were the detail cards for Cancer's reading, which is crazy. Except for the Hierophant is in the upright. When you get, again, two major arcana, when you get, whoo, my whole body feels like it just got plugged in. When you get these two cards together, that's huge. That is, you may be taking time back from social stuff. And especially if we look at this Hermit, what he's illuminating is there's a snake on the floor. It's in an 8. Lion's Gate, also during Leo season. So I'm going to say, for some of you Leos, 5th house placements, and if you have Sun conjunct the ascendant within 2 degrees, this may actually happen during the Mars-Uranus, this like poof, awakening. Lee, there's a cat stuff going outside that I would love for you to attend to, because I don't want to run, but there's definitely somebody who's harassing. I can hear cat fighting from my office. So you would not mind jumping on that, please. And letting her in. So when we get the Hierophant here, we have the Taurus Mars-Uranus conjunction in July 14th and 15th. And with the Hermit here, understanding where I feel like you may take complete stock of who's in your life. And when you retreat and you're not so distracted by the events of summer, I want to say for one or two of you, there's like big plans to either go away or something else for your birthday, or like a birthday trip, or I want to say like I'm hearing girls trip for some of you. And that may get changed around, and you may have a more intimate and really incredible experience for your birthdays that are coming up, Leos. This is massive awakening. This is like maybe getting your gifts in. This is for some of you, not just energy reading, if I'm talking to Leo placements right now and I'm talking to somebody who's been really interested in Reiki, I would pursue it. This is strong gifts coming in. This is huge, huge awakening. And this is also, it's a complete pullback from distraction, which lets you step into this incredible place. That's a very powerful card. And because it represents Taurus and we're having that Uranus Mars, I'm not getting claircognizant, clairsentient. I'm getting like, this is clairvoyance and clairaudience coming in. And it's like when all the other noise stops and all the other distractions stop, you understand how powerful you are. What else is this bringing in? I feel like we need a third card for Leo. This is a huge awakening. These two cards together, and they're major arcana. Another major arcana. Death in reverse. Some of you are going to get mediumship skills. And some of you are going to have an old situation resurrected. And it's really positive for you. Yeah, I think you're going to get clear sight. Queen of Cups. Leos, it feels safe again for you. It feels safe again for you. It's like this clear sight and this walking into like, this is different power. There's like personal power. There's like the power of like not letting people shame you or not, right? There's like all that kind of stuff. This is like, I want to say you become unfuckwithable. It allows you to like soften in a way that you want to give. And also it brings back somebody in, that Queen of Cups. For some of you, this is the relationship that you loved the most. And there might have been distractions for either or both of you. What is the advice card? You're all major arcana and one court card for this reading. The Chariot. Let universe move you into this. Universe is definitely moving you into this. For some of you, there could be a move or there could be travel. I feel like whatever big celebration, like, oh, we should all do this, we should all do that, moves into this very intimate thing. And you might go like on... somebody might take you on like this intimate, soul enriching vacation. And when you're there, astrocartography or something is at work. But first you get quiet and then it moves into this other person. It could be a best friend. It could be a relationship. And for some of you, you're going to get full on clairvoyance, audience, like mediumship skills. That makes me want to shove into the schedule that is already like ridiculous that no one person could do some kind of like spiritual development classes. Working with another person on that. Getting just more regularly set up for classes. Okay. Virgos. Virgos. Let's look at this. What is on its way to you that you may not be expecting, that's positive and evidently life-changing and shifting in Cancer season? You've been feeling that for some time now? Yeah. I have a video, it's on here, it's on TikTok, about the 5-5-7 breath and doing that to make sure your nervous system is regulated and you're not like that you're, you know, in parasympathetic. If you feel like, is this nerves? Is this apprehension? Am I getting something in? Am I hearing things? Am I hearing voices? Or am I hearing, is this clairaudience? And doing the 5-5-7 breath is going to A, regulate your nervous system. And B, that breathing is going to kick in the chemicals from that, you know, the spinal fluid, the pineal gland, all of that good stuff. Oh, good. I'm glad you have an appointment next week, too. I'll start putting out the details of, I have a flash sale on my birthday for anyone who's new. I do it every year. I'll start putting out the details next week and like when it's going to go live and all that other stuff. I guess I should do that this week because my birthday is actually a week from this Wednesday, I want to say. And nothing's solidified, but, and I'll still have my computer and I'll still like do things and be available, but nothing's confirmed, but we may be, I may be visiting an old friend. I haven't done anything on my birthday in such a long time. Okay. Okay. For Virgo. I'm hearing the song I Am Changing. I want to say that's from, not Golden Girls, Dream Girls. The song I Am Changing. Okay, I want you to look at this card for Virgos. Don't forget, all this Gemini energy is mutable, so it's squaring. I feel like Virgos may be getting a lot of change, also a lot of challenge. There's change within the challenge. You guys can deal with it. You may feel like you need a little break. Do we see the old bits of her walk as she turns to go that way, right? We see the old bits of her kind of going up into higher self, recalibrating. It's a very recalibrating time for Virgo. This is the Eight of Cups. It's just, I wanted to show you this very, very interesting card where we are turning into the newer person. We are turning into that newer person. What you are walking away from, the cups are still there. What's very, very interesting to me is I've never seen an Eight of Cups where there's a lantern in their hand, like the Hermit, which is the card for Virgo. There's the Knight of Swords. He is in reverse. Let me tell you something. Knight of Swords in reverse to me is, this is absolutely walking away from any kind of communication that's passive aggressive. Virgos are teachers. Virgos are healers. Virgos are so about that. I got to be better tomorrow than I was today for my own personal self, to put my head on the pillow at night. So they tend to attract a lot of people who are growing. But it's hard. I'm just going to say this. There are certain placements, and Virgo is one of them, that it's going to be hard to beat their growth game. Because, like, they need it. Like, they need air. They need to know that every day taught them something. They learned something. They're reinforcing. They're becoming wiser. They've gained a skill. They've gained an insight. I mean, there's somebody around you that did not, and that's okay, because not everybody has to move that fast, right? Like, Virgos are here for a reason. But that's also, just so you know, if you think your Virgo is like, I'm all perfect. No, they don't feel perfect ever. And they're way harder on themselves than you can be on them. There's somebody around you that you get released from, that's been passive aggressive. Now, I know that we're saying this is what you don't see yet. And it's good. And you have an Eight of Cups and a reverse Knight of Swords. But this is shifting for you. Because normally Virgo doesn't give up on people. Capricorn, the earth signs. Taurus is fixed. They'll stay in a relationship. The change to them can be perceived as more painful than staying in the uncomfortable relationship. With Virgo, they will serve someone's evolution in their personal life, if they care about you, to their own detriment, and when you don't want it anymore, which can create resentment. But also they tend to hang in longer than Taurus for other reasons, and Capricorn is Captain Save-A-Ho. The earth signs really have a thing with that, wanting to produce something. I want to produce all of these years have to produce a healthy, happy relationship, or else there's something wrong with me. With Virgo, it's I have to produce change within myself. I have to make myself better, and everybody around me should be better than the way I found them. This cycle is breaking. This cycle is breaking. And that is huge, and that is positive. Someone's going to say something to you. Someone is going to say something to you, and it's just going to be a snap. Like a rubber band breaking is what I keep getting. And it lets you... I want to cry right now. And if we look also, there's a skeleton hand. That is huge. Okay. So there is healing. I'm fighting back tears for Virgo. But somebody's going to say something to you, and it literally is going to be like the snap. I almost want to reference the Avengers, because that's what that looks like. I'm sure this deck was made before then, but the old you. With the Enlightenment. And so the Knight of Swords is when somebody comes along and just says something to you, and this could happen for you during either the Capricorn full moon, which is going to be poignant for you as another earth sign, or when Neptune goes retrograde, which is opposite your sign, or when the Mars Uranus in Taurus, which again trines your sign. Someone says something to you and it instantly gives you release and relief. Okay. I smell pancakes and syrup, and I know no one's making pancakes and syrup in my house because I'm not making pancakes and syrup in my house. Details. Okay. Justice. When the masks fall off, after July 2nd, and the masks fall off, what else is good coming to Virgo placements, 6th house placements? This is just it. I mean, I am telling you, it is a snap. They say something and it's you will feel the physical weight off of you. Justice and the Fool. Major Arcana coming out in the details for Virgo. Again, we have a mask on the floor. What did I just say? Masks are falling off. You get to move in complete truth. You get to start something new. We have an 8 of Cups and then a Fool. I mean, justice. Fool card can also be falling in love. I'm actually going to take a third detail card. Some of you are going to be releasing yourself from a relationship that held you back one way or the other. The Lovers keep showing in the shuffle. Hierophant. Here's what's funny. I keep getting for Virgo, you're going to feel like fresh and young and new, but wise. 6 of Cups. Soulmate energy. You have to move away from this thing first. And it's almost like you might not even be moving away from a relationship into another relationship, but you're moving away from patterns that opened you up to a relationship. That's absolute soulmate energy. We have falling in love, Fool, new journey. It's in truth. Full moons behind it. I mean, none of these cards are, we have 2 full moons showing in these cards. You get like wisdom. I feel like when the weight comes off of you too, it shows up on you physically. You're going to feel by the time August ends, Virgo, oof, you're going to look in the mirror and feel like you took years off of you. I keep getting like really physical confirmations. But you're going to feel wise, like an old soul dipped in new skin. Okay. Let's look at Libras. Yeah, do I want, I'm going to use these for Libra, which I almost never do, but it feels like I want to. And we're having a Libra moon. Hi, Zoe. I'm telling you, somebody says something to you and it's just poof, and you will feel the weight lift off of you. You're going to have just like a rush of epiphany almost. And it's release. Because Virgo will definitely carry shit that there's not theirs to carry. So this isn't like a small thing. This is like, again, it's a release of patterns. Get a good shuffle on this. So funny. I'm so used to all these big decks that sometimes I forget, and I have like a little regular size deck, and I'm still doing the side shuffle. If you know, you know. Okay. All right. What is coming in for Libra that Libra does not see right now? That's good and evidently life-changing. We have the Emperor. This is an interesting Emperor. This is the Steampunk Tarot. It's got a monocle. It's Aries energy. It's that North Node, South Node. And we get the 9 of Cups, which is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. It's the self-love. It's the accomplishment. It's wish fulfillment. For some of you, this is job. This is something coming in. And don't forget that Libra and Cancer are cardinal together. So Cancer is going to be transformational. 9 of Cups too is water. It is the feeling of self-love. It is the feeling of self-sufficient. I always say the best 10 of Cups is the Ace of Cups with the 9 of Cups, because somebody takes that Ace of Cups away, you still have your 9 of Cups. You're not feeling dependent. This is a, oh my God, this is a lack of codependency for Libra. You might be getting a new job. The Emperor is the CEO of the, again, this feels like upgrade. This feels like wish fulfillment. Let's get some details. Excellent, excellent. The Emperor and the 9 of Cups. you know, the South Node's been running through your sign for almost a year. So you've been tested a lot, Libra. This is also good for 7th house placements. And if you have Venus conjunct within 2 degrees of that ascendant, either 12th or 1st. Let's get details. 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. We have reunion, celebration, and also like things that you worked on coming to fruition. You're going to do more. You're going to do more. It's about to get really busy for you, Libra. You may also have choices in love. You're going to kind of have the power here, Libra. For me, 8 of Pentacles isn't just like I'm working all the time. It is working for something where, you know, the next card is that 9 of Pentacles, where you're reaping the fruit of, you're reaping your rewards, you're picking the fruit of your labors. And 3 of Cups is union, reunion, and celebration. Also support. You may get employees or people under you in more ways than one, Libra. It's like hard work paying off. All those South Node transits. Yeah, Libra placements. I want to say Libra moons too. That Capricorn full moon, again, squaring your placements, is going to bring in information. And Venus is there. I do feel like money comes in. I also feel anxiety being relieved and confidence coming in, and that just changes the vibration of everything. Hi, No Name. Oh, we're not taking personal questions right now. I do have even 15-minute readings. Or in membership, like we get together once a month and I look at people's actual charts. I also give away a reading at the end of this if you want to hang out. I would have to look at cards just for you, and I would have to come out of this channeling, which is for everyone, or pull up your chart to give you a real answer. Again, 6 of Cups coming out, Libra. With the 6 of Cups is like, how do you meet this? I want to say that this is overdue. Understand it's overdue and accept it. This is very, I mean, we have the Emperor and the 9 of Cups. Lots of cups here. The 3, the 6, and the 9. 3, 6, 9. Damn good time. Libra. This is something you manifested too. I mean, with the 9 of Cups here. But like, you're gonna... Cancer season is going to be nice for you. Again, for some of you, I see money coming in for sure. Okay, we're on Scorpio already. Scorpio, what is coming in? That is good. Woo! Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Scorpio. Stability and getting your groove back. If your groove has not been 2 aces. Not so shabby for, so stability. This could be money. This could be, pentacles are very physical. This could be like new job, new home, promotion, but stability. It's something where like this is yours and it feels stable. The Ace of Wands, we talked about that before. That came out in Cancer's reading, didn't it? You both got Ace of Wands. Cancer and Scorpio in the, what's the main thing here that's coming in that's good? That is crazy. I never noticed this detail in this card before. It almost looks like this Ace of Wands, when I say getting your groove back, you may have suffered some really deep depression, either in the last couple of years or recently, like very dark places. And this is stability coming back in, and universe is supporting this, and the Ace of Wands. I'm not going to say out loud what that looks like to me. I've seen that on actual real people that marking. But with this Ace of Wands, we see all that light. Like the light isn't coming in, you have it. It's coming out of you. So if there's been some dark places for you, Scorpio, I mean, recently, this is like understanding the light that is within you. It also is brown chicken, brown cow. It also is having somebody light you up from the inside out through your sacral chakra. It's getting your groove back. And, you know, if you're a Scorpio and you have been forged through fire many times in your life, you've been in survival mode many times in your life, your parasympathetic has probably been shot to shit many times in your life, this might feel a little odd because you know how to light up your sacral chakra. You know how to like bring in risk, danger, anything that makes you feel alive, you know, stick your finger in the fire, slam the door on your foot, right? So that you're not numb. That doesn't normally come along with stability. You're feeling very fucking alive and stable at the same time. I want to say, now I'm going to talk about the sponge. If you ever notice, if you buy a sponge from the store, most sponges are going to, even if you buy store brand now, they're going to come already kind of wet. Because a sponge cannot pick anything up if it's completely dry. So if we look at ourselves as sponges and we look at water, the liquid, the cups, right? Water signs, water, as self-love, as just love. I don't know about anybody else. Sometimes I throw my well, not sometimes, all the time, I throw my sponges in the dishwasher when I do dishes because sponges can get gross, right? So if you've ever done that and you left it through the drying cycle, or you put a sponge away for a while, or you know, get the one sponge out of the package and the other two now sit out and they get all dry. If you've ever put a completely bone dry sponge on a pile of water, it won't soak up because the sponge kind of sees it as almost like a foreign object. You have to impart, you have to get that sponge wet and used to what that water feels like so it can absorb more, so it doesn't reject. We are like sponges, and if we are completely dry and we do not give ourselves any kind of self-love, if we feel like we're damaged beyond being worthy of love, whether that came from childhood, it came from bumps and bruises in life, then when somebody tries to offer us love, we can often reject it like a dry sponge. There's why self-empowerment. You want to find real love? You want me to pull out my deck of cards and tell you when the love is coming? It comes when your sponge is so used to soaking up all of that love that it doesn't push it away like it's a foreign object. It comes from working your Venus sign. It comes from your own self-empowerment. That's when the healthy, good relationship is coming in. I know that Scorpio, again, you guys just had the South Node through your sign up until last July. And so now you're kind of acclimating, you are recalibrating with everything that you went through. April, jump in that schedule. Love you. You are going to get both the excitement, the feeling alive, without having to risk or injure yourself emotionally, physically, mentally to know that you're alive. And you're going to get stability. It's accepting it. Let's get more details on that, Scorpio. Let's get more details. This is huge. They've all been big, but that's what she said. King of Cups. Love a King of Cups because they are mature. They're not trying to prove anything. You're not their vehicle to understand their worth. They already understand their worth. I think you get to be the King of Cups here, Scorpio. The Two of Pentacles. I mean, Cancer's reading was nice, but what we saw was like the Ace of Wands and the Lovers and this divine connection, and then the person that they may feel about, or they may feel to have to put that on hold. This is different. If the King of Cups is showing up, that's because you did the fucking work, Scorpio, which you're always doing the work, right? And then we have balance. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ace and the Two. How do you have to meet this energy? I already know that you have to wet your sponge. That's for sure. Four of Swords, spiritual rest. When I get nervous, I turn to service. That's your mantra, Scorpio. When I get nervous, I turn to service. Do something nice for another creature. I don't care if it's a dog. I don't care if you say something nice to somebody online. When this starts to make you feel unnerved and like waiting for the shoe that's going to drop, spiritual rest, meditation, breath work, and when you feel nervous, move into service. I used to say that to a very special person of mine. It could be a small, anonymous, innocuous something. And not for any reason, not to start conversation with somebody, not to get the approval, not to get the thank you. Just if you start to feel dysregulated by stability and feeling fucking alive at the same time, go through your shit. But you know what? You know, people, we can donate to, like, it's really a shame what happens to a lot of the stuff that we donate to, like, Goodwill or whatever. If you look up, I feel like Debbie Downer, but if you look up how Goodwill is actually run and stuff, if somebody is in a nursing home, it doesn't mean they don't have any loved ones, but it means they might not have people who have the means to care for them at home. one way or the other. Donate your old videos, your old DVDs, your old DVD players. Donate clothes to senior places. Donate your time to a senior place. There are whole humans that often don't get visitors there. There you go. There's a quick, easy solution. If you feel nervous about this and you feel the need to self-sabotage, spiritual rest, and when you get nervous, turn to service. Okay. I love that deck. Sagittarius. Stranger Things. Sagittarius, what is coming your way that you may not see that's wonderful, good, and probably life-changing? Because all the readings have been so far. This is for Sagittarius placements, ninth house placements, or if you have Jupiter conjunct your ascendant. All right, what is coming your way? Wow, okay. So we have an Ace of Cups. The aces are coming out. I'm telling you, there's so many opportunities for you to reinforce and strengthen who you are right now. And I'm going to be honest, the end of 2024, we go back into eclipse season. And 2025 is probably going to be handled better by you if you have all the inner strength. Where looking outwardly is a dead end, and I think that that is becoming an understood collective knowing, but I'm here to remind you. Sagittarius. Okay. This is not subtle. We have an Ace of Cups and a Knight of Cups. Steve. He's such a mama bear. It's the when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. That's him. Let's look at the details. We have a Knight of Cups and an Ace of Cups. And it's almost like, you know, I often say, I don't really love the Knight of Cups, the love bomber, the let me evoke this reaction out of you. It makes me feel like Romeo. It makes me feel good. But there's not really a whole lot of stability with a Knight, right? So, but because the Ace is here, that is nope. Don't ignore this one. Don't ignore this one. So someone's going to come in as the Knight, but universe is giving it its blessing. This is an Ace. It is coming from your guides. This is coming from Journey. Okay, and we have a Queen of Pentacles here. So there could be money. You become the stability here, which helps you take in the Knight of Cups. They might be a little intimidated by you, if I'm being honest, Sagittarius, which is why they come in as a Knight and not a King. Okay. Let's get another detail. What else is coming in for Sag? The Fool. I mean, I don't know how to read this other than love. Love and feeling secure enough to start a new adventure. And even if it feels scary, that Queen of Pentacles will build it all back up. If it burns down, okay, whatever. I know how to build it all back up. Like, she is the abundance. The Queen of Cups, it's genderless, but like that represents that the person knows the abundance is within them and not an outside source. How should you meet this energy, Sagittarius? Okay. It's the Eight of Cups in reverse. Don't run. That's how you meet this. Don't run. I honestly feel like the Knight of Cups that comes in comes in as a knight, not because they're a little bit because they're intimidated by you, but the other thing is they're smart enough, like they're getting clear cognizant. They have an understanding of you. They have an understanding of you, and if they come on too hard, too fast, you're going to feel smothered and run. I'm being told not to run, and again, I feel plugged in. It feels like hot lava and ice cubes just ran down my back at the same time, Sagittarius. If you're just joining us, I'm going to give away a reading at the end. Let's move on to Capricorn. We're going to use our Nike cards. I love this shirt. It is so itchy. I don't know what they made this material of. It feels like wearing burlap, and I cannot wait to change it. I love the color. I love the stripes. I love the cut. All of it. It is the itchy. I have it in black and I have it in this color, and I never wear them. And then I'm like, oh, I should wear that shirt, especially because it's summer. I have a little color because I've been working outside. You know, it's gonna go nice with my hair. And the second I put it on, it was too late. I was already running behind. Do you ever get a haircut and you get the hair, the little small pieces? Like when you get like a little trim, or for men when they get a buzz cut, or if you've ever cut hair in somebody's hair, that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm getting stabbed in my skin. I don't know why I had to share that with you. I really didn't. Sorry. Okay, I digress. Capricorn placements, 10th house placements. Oh, I'm so glad it was a strong message. I'll see you soon, Annika. 10th house placements, Capricorn placements, if you have Saturn within 2 degrees of your ascendant. Okay. What is coming for Capricorn? Ooh. Let's get a second card. I'm not going to say what that card is until I get a second card, Capricorn. That full moon is coming. It's got Venus on the other side. Okay. Two major arcana. It's the Death in the upright and the Hangman in reverse. If you know, you know. Hangman in reverse for me is it's time. Something that universe put a hold on for you that like might have thought that it was like swimmingly going along, and then all of a sudden it just and it felt like obstacles everywhere. Universe is unblocking that, probably with that full moon. Also, this makes sense. Capricorn full moon. I want you to see the death card. They are thinking, because some kind of opponent, opposition, and I don't do readings like this. You know I don't do readings like this. Something is going to get taken out. Something or someone is going to get taken out of the way so you can finish transforming and everything becomes unblocked. That's heavy. See, the little girl is offering a flower, and he's got a flower on his flag. He's clearly run over somebody. It's not subtle. And I never use this deck for Capricorn. And we see the light, the transformation. That is the sun coming through the gates and the hangman in reverse. This is a very, 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 very strong message for Capricorn. Someone who is overpowering you, using power, and I'm just going to say this, Capricorns, Capricorn placements, 10th house placements, somebody who may have been using energies in less than ethical ways. Energies, intentions in less than ethical ways. That, and I don't mean that person's going to actually be taken out, but they're going to be taken out of and again, we have a truthful full moon and then Neptune going into retrograde. This feels like the transformation you've been waiting on this. And someone's been, it feels like there's blocks all over, but it also honestly feels, that's why you see my face like this. It also feels like someone's been doing everything they could possibly do to throw at you. Capricorn, just every day be doing that spiritual hygiene. I said it at the beginning. Let's get some more detail on this. This is very, very good for you. There's inner child work here. There is like light again. There's someone who's just been going out of their way to make your life miserable. And, you know, I'm all about self-empowerment. Look at you. Look what you can do. Don't look at other people or whatever. But still, I don't know if you've been asking for like, and again, I'm going to start talking about stuff I don't normally talk about on here, but like if you've been asking for Archangel Rigel to just come in and take care of shit, if you've been asking for your guides for protection, if you feel like you've been doing more protection stuff, it's working. But the full moon, somebody's getting, again, there's been a lot of readings. People are getting unmasked. Okay, let's get some more details. What else? This is very good for you. Very good for you. Like, and especially a Capricorn. Capricorn's going to be like, fuck yeah. And this may be somebody that you, in the beginning, were trying to help. Okay. King of Pentacles. That's you. Yeah. Mini wave celebration to you. You end up on top of this. It feels like this is not... This feels like it's been going on a long time. You're going to get relief from a situation, and universe is opening up. King of Pentacles here. This could be somebody being like nefarious at your job, and this could be somebody trying to like fuck with nefarious energies, throwing them at you. Transmutations. Transmutations work. You could have had some set. What other good thing is coming for Capricorn? Six of Swords. Yeah, you're moving out of choppy waters to smooth waters. And you're taking truth with you. Ooh. All right, how are you meeting this energy? This is vindication, and it's public vindication, which is very 10th house. Very Capricorn. I say all the time, it is my belief system that people conflate karma with justice. We are not supposed to be anyone's karma. That is not our job. That is a distraction from the work we could be doing with ourselves. And somebody else is not our karma, right? That is not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying, this is fucking justice. And either like guides, ancestors, one of those, just kind of taking care of business. And the universe is opening up. And you may have not, you may be put on hold because if you had done much more work on whatever this was that you were trying to do with this person actively, they're the ones stuck in the idea of karma. They're the ones trying to do, you know, make stuff happen and like fight universe, and that did not work out well for them. Okay. Eight of Swords in reverse. Breathe. Do your 5-5-7 breaths. Again, there was a video on here about how to regulate your system. Lee, if you could find that, I want to say it's like one of those 1-minute videos. It has a different thumbnail. If you could find that and just hit the share and copy link and throw it in here. That's the second time I've mentioned that. And I'm getting physical signs. Yeah. Don't overthink this. Don't trap yourself in thoughts. And don't revel in your success. This is mini wave and celebration for your success, all your doors opening, you moving out of choppy waters. What you're not going to do is sit and think, what are they thinking now? What are they doing now? Does everybody like, there's going to be public vindication too, but like, that doesn't mean you should sit and keep talking about it and keep putting your energy back into this person. If you do that, you're going to trap yourself back in this cyclical bullshit with this energy or person. I feel like that's a person. But holy cow. King of Pentacles. Energetic, universal, like enemies taken out of your way. And a release. Again, full chills. All right, let's go into Aquarius. And then Pisces. And then I will give away a reading. Okay. Say you want a revolution, well, you know. Okay. What's interesting here is this is the Tower card, but we are stable and flying our flag and claiming the thing that's going down is going on so far behind her, Aquarius. But that is a very Uranian card. It's very Aquarian. I don't think you mind, and I don't think you have the attachment issues. You're just going to let the fucking Tower moment happen. What else is coming out with this? This Tower moment was needed. It's not happening to you. It's happening around you. Don't forget that the Star card comes after the Tower card. which is also your card. Okay. What else is coming out with that? Strength. Yeah. Revolution and strength. Holy cow, Aquarius. So the Tower and strength. All this new growth, but I don't know if you can see. So everything is happening behind her. She's unscathed. We're in the age of Aquarius. Stuff is moving and happening, and Aquarius does not have unhealthy attachments. They are not detached. They don't have unhealthy attachments. They are not detached. They don't have as many unhealthy attachments as us mere mortals, the other 11 signs. Like even my solar return and anyone's solar, if you're having a birthday around I want to say the end of the day, whenever your degree of 3 or 4 or 5 degrees of Cancer comes in. Definitely if you're 4 degrees of Cancer, but also partial 3 and 5 degree of Cancer, your solar return has an Aquarius moon this year. Excellent for Cancers. It's another year of letting go of attachments, which is the most amazing thing for you. But we're already on Aquarius, where like you do this in your sleep. Oh, it's on here too, I don't know, but it's on here. That's what I was talking about, thumbnail. It's in my regular videos. Because not everybody has TikTok, but if they're on here, they have YouTube. I can put it in the comments later too. Okay. What else is good coming? This Tower moment brings closure to other things. Potential. Holy cow. Again, all major arcana. This is the Fool card. How many times does the Fool card come out? Cancer season is like, it's in conjunct, right? It doesn't, a Cancer and Aquarius don't share a modality, a polarity, or an element. So they learn a lot from each other. And what's interesting is some of the other ones can like clash a little bit. But Cancer and Aquarius actually, if we have a healthy Aquarius and a healthy Cancer, they can do really well together. Younger Aquarius and Cancer, they would have to have had extraordinary lives or just come in with less amnesia than some of us do. But older really works out well. So again, we could have a falling in love situation, but you're gonna have to let something else fall out. Holy shit. And here comes the Star card. Now we have all major arcana. So you have the Tower, which is very Uranian, and then we have the Star card, which is the Aquarius card. Healing, wish fulfillment, the Fool, strength. I knew that Tower card was positive. Something, I think when that Capricorn full moon comes in, which again is a Saturnian ruled moon, which is also one of your co-rulers, truth comes in and the Tower is just going to come down and you're going to be like, you know that song, like, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. In case you're not old, the end of that is let the motherfucker burn. That's this. And it brings strength. It brings wish fulfillment. It brings love. It brings new journeys. It brings healing. How are you meeting this? Aquarius placements, Saturn or Uranus within 2 degrees of the ascendant. Holy cow. That was like 3 cards, so I want to take that. And it was the 10 of Pentacles was in there, but it was 3 cards. Holy cow. Another major arcana. Freedom. How you're going to meet this is just let it liberate you. This is a full circle. Certain people are going to have a lot to say about how you react to watching something burn that needed to be burnt down. Let it go in one ear and out the other. I said this advice the last time I was live, and I'm going to say it again. And this is advice that I give people all the time, and it was something I really had to learn from myself. But if you are getting... The way to decipher and whether to take on somebody that's either criticizing you or laying down truths in hopes to help you, or giving you constructive criticism, right? One is guidance and one is vitriol. And the way that you know which is which is that, do you respect this person and how they live their life, how they use their power, and how they use their knowledge? If you do not respect this person, how they live their life, if you do not respect this person, how they use their power, and if you do not respect this person, how they use their knowledge, then that is their vitriol. You can put it in one ear and out the other. Only if you have respect for somebody. It doesn't mean they have to say it to you like it's a big fucking hug. Don't get caught up in my feelings are hurt because you said that so bluntly. If you don't respect them, then that's their stuff. Let it be their stuff. Don't hold it. If you do respect them, take it as a guidebook. You're going to get a lot of yapping around how you handle this in June. It's just air, as my friends would say. It's just air. All right, let's do the last sign. Let's do Pisces. We're going to do Love is Love. And then at the end of Pisces, I'm going to give away a reading, a 15-minute. What is coming for Pisces that they can't see right now that's going to be good? And evidently all the readings life-changing. Just so you all know, this is a highly unusual amount of major arcana for 5-card spreads. Especially because a couple of them were all in an ace or all in a court card. Your guides are not playing today. Pisces upgrade. 7 of Swords in reverse. I feel like you've had stuff stolen from you before, Pisces. This is different. This is a complete upgrade. This is unconditional love. This feels like a relationship where you can actually have trust. That's what's coming in for you. It's an upgraded relationship. Whether that's friendship or love. You've been burnt a lot. And this one is different. It's a complete upgrade. You don't get that unless you did the work, Pisces. The next nodal axis is Pisces Virgo. That's going to be interesting. Okay. Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Another interloper, another person out of the way. And like, they're not even like pretending. That Queen of Wands does not look pleasant. Somebody who's tried to have power over you, who's tried to like, who has not been kind to you, and I feel like with the Seven of Swords in reverse, one of the things that has been stolen from you is your sense of self by somebody who's just determined to see your kindness and mistake it for weakness. And this isn't like a, I'm so giving, I'm so loving, and now I'm shut down. I'm so giving, I'm so loving, and now I'm shut down. This is balance. Pisces placements, 12th house placements, Jupiter and Neptune, 2 degrees from the ascendant. Let's get another. We have an Ace of Wands. Every single water sign got an Ace of Wands. This makes you feel alive again. Ding dong, the witch is dead, and you are being supported by universe to completely come alive again. And there's, I think this is a really nice relationship where it's upgraded and it's hot, because Pisces needs both. Water signs need both. And again, there's an interloper or somebody that they're gone. They're either distracted by something else, or you're not letting them in anymore. You know, Saturn is in Pisces right now, so it's a great time for Pisces to lay down boundaries and improve their lives and bring stability in through that way. Ask for what you want. It's a King of Swords. That's how you're supposed to meet this. Truthful, honest, direct, Pisces. Direct. When Neptune goes into retrograde at 29 degrees of Pisces in July, it's going to help so much clear up mental fog, emotional fog, grounding. Let me tell you, Saturn in Pisces right now is a friend to all Pisces, because that is the rock on the balloon bouquet that is the Neptune in Pisces right now. And when it goes in retrograde, just want to pull one more card for Pisces. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. This is independence. Also, money. Knowing you're the abundance. You're the prize. Oof. I love that we have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the King of Swords in the upright. And you know, for a couple of you, this Queen of Wands in reverse is your own dark passenger. There are certain times that I have clients and I was like, you're going to tell your inner critic to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. This is also inner critic. It's the interloper. And because it's Pisces, the interloper could be in the stratosphere and not in a human vessel. All right. Let's give away a reading. I'm going to get my dice out again. And this time it's going to be a planet and a sign. Okay. So I have rolled the dice. There's a planet and a sign. I'm going to do process of elimination. So I'm about to say an example, and it's not what I've rolled. So if it's like Venus in Cancer, right? Or Sun in Capricorn, that would be the combinations that I'm looking for. A sign and a planet. Planet and a sign. And I'm going to think about them. And this gets you a 15-minute reading. And if you can add to it if you want. But it'll get you an absolutely free 15-minute reading with me. For cards, for astrology. And if you've won recently, you can still guess just to do because it's also an intuitive exercise. So I'm going to think about it again. And I'm going to give a little hint. This planet isn't necessarily debilitated. It's not in its fall in this sign, but it probably feels like that if you're dealing with a person that has this planet in this sign. So it's not officially in its fall. But it can feel like that if you're dealing with somebody that has this placement. We're looking for a planet and a sign. I have rolled dice. And make sure if you guess the reading that you actually want the reading. Once in a blue moon, somebody will win the reading and then never use it. That makes me sad because like people really go nuts for this. There's a huge delay today. And Lee, if you could send me the timestamps now, that would be great. Because we're pretty much done. So I'm giving away a 15-minute reading. There's a big delay. If you have paid for YouTube without the ads, you're not having the delay that the people who don't pay for YouTube are having the ads. Which is also interesting because then the delayed reaction, that happens every time when people are guessing, and then we'll be all done and then somebody will come in 3 minutes later and guess because they were behind on the video. So Juan didn't guess correctly, but well, he got one part of something right, but that's exactly what I'm looking for. Like a planet in a sign. And it's not a planet in its ruler. And I'll remind you of those. Aries is ruled by Mars. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Leo is ruled by the sun. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. Libra is also ruled by Venus. Scorpio is also ruled by Mars, but it's also ruled by Pluto. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus, and Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. So it's not any of those. It's not any of those combinations. But while it's not technically also in its fall, which is like the opposite sign. So like Pisces, Mercury in Pisces is considered in its fall, although I love a Mercury in Pisces. So it's not the official opposite of anything either. No one's actually said the planet yet. The question is, I rolled dice to give away the reading. I know there's a huge delay. I rolled dice to give away a reading, a 15-minute reading, as I always do. And so it's a sign and a planet. So it's something in something. And I'm just going to give the hint that no one has said the planet yet. And I will say this, it's a personal planet. It's not a tertiary planet. It's not a social planet. It's not an outer planet. And it's not a planet in its home. It's not a planet in its home. It's not a planet in its home. So it wouldn't be a moon in Cancer or a Mercury Virgo. Hi, May. I think the ads are being more problematic by the time we get to the giveaway. Okay, so now the planet has been said more than once, but the sign has only been said once. Zoe. Scorpio, Mercury. Mercury and Scorpio. Well done, Zoe. Aww. Well, then you got it because you were supposed to get it. So you just email me. If you want to book a reading, it's in the link. If you want to become part of membership, I'm probably adding a level of membership that'll get rolled out right before my birthday. I'll have my birthday special details up, which will start running probably next Tuesday at night. It's a flash sale, so I'll only run it for like 48, 72 hours. And the other signs will be up this week. They're recorded. They have to be edited. I have a lot going on. So I'm just going to transmute any stank energy sent to me or any negative thoughts thought about me or said about me into more energy for like all this good stuff happening. I kind of love Gemini season because what it does to my chart. I love you all. The contact is on my website if you want to contact me. And I think that's it. Have a wonderful day. Again, celebrating all the good dads and sending you all so much love. And I know we were a little slow today because people are celebrating. And I hope you have a great day doing that. Have a great week. And I will see you all later this week in the chat for the rest of the elements for June. I love you. Now you love you. Bye.